The Ulster Farmers Union have been promoting a consultation form, which is basically something that Daera is proposing to do, and it is cutting the payments for those animals who test positive with TB, and they're wanting to reduce the payments paid to farmers by 25%. Now, if you or you know anybody who has ever had TB, you will know that it is absolutely devastating consequences, and the payments that we get now don't even come anywhere close to being able to go and replenish stock that you lose. So to further reduce that by another 25% is the last thing that we want to see in an already crippling industry. So it's vital. I would really urge you just to complete that form online and just to make our voices heard. I think we have went through such a tedious time in the past couple of years, with obviously increasing costs, you name it. Everything has just been an absolute struggle. And then obviously whenever we have things like the weather, I preach about the weather all the time, but whenever you do have so many factors that are continually against you, whenever you have another curveball thrown at you like that, it's just not ideal. But if you do one thing today, I will put the link and everything else that you need in the comments section, but if you do one thing today, please make sure that you do fill in that consultation form and make your voice heard. I think at the minute, and certainly in the past couple of years more so than ever, it's never been more prevalent that we all have to just shout loud and shout proud, and protect this industry that we are in. A lot of people don't actually, if you're watching this, you maybe don't know this, but I actually spent the best part of 10 years working in insurance. I worked in agricultural insurance, and I've lost count of the number of farmers who came to me perhaps looking for a price for their farm insurance after they had fallen victim to TB. They were undergoing a series of really tightening belts and trying to cut costs where they possibly could, and farm insurance was one of those areas that they probably just had no other choice, but they had to look elsewhere. I remember going out to see a man. He milked 200 cows and he had lost 100, I think it was 163 of them to TB over the course of 2 tests. Now, that man was just your normal dairy farmer. He had a wife, he had a family, he had bills to pay, and all of a sudden one day his source of income was literally just snatched away from him, and that man wasn't able to get back on his feet for 3 years. 3 years, that's what it took him to try and get stock built up again, to try and get back into a way of going where he was, I don't even know if he'd even say comfortable, because I would say if you still spoke to him this day right now, he would probably tell you that he's still not comfortable. TB is a massive issue in this country, and it's something that all the environmentalists are very vocal about where it comes to culling badgers. But from a farming perspective, I mean, it is literally a case of life and death. If we want to see farms keeping going, it's something that we are definitely going to have to tackle head on and address. So as I say, very quickly video today, but I just wanted to let you know that you have until Friday the 8th of March to fill in this form, and basically I've done it already. It's nothing too crazy or too difficult. If there's 4 people living in your house, get them all to sign it, because now more than ever before, we all need to stick together. We all need to have each other's backs, and we all need to have singing off the same hymn sheet. I said to you before in my last video, it is very easy to sort of sit back and, you know, complain and give off to your friends, your neighbours, your family about the way things are going. But that's not the way things are going to roll from now on. We can't rely on everybody else to do the shouting for us. So yeah, I will leave it here. But if you could do that, it would be most appreciated. And if you're an arable farmer and TB doesn't affect you, please fill it in anyway, because you can be rest assured that whenever something like this comes knocking on your door that affects your arable farm, or whatever sort of farming it is that you do, we will be here and we will have your back exactly the same way. So yeah, please folks, Friday is the deadline, Friday the 8th of March 2024. That'll do me for today. I better go back to work. Right, be good. I'll chat to you all later on.